Welcome to my channel and welcome to my 50th video. This week's is an experimental one using salt with watercolours. Now here is a little demonstration piece that I did in a class I was teaching, and it shows the fascinating patterns that you get when you use salt with watercolour. You can't control it, so basically it does what it wants to do, and that's part of the magic. You should use sea salt preferably, and I need masking fluid. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw the little glass bottle, and then I'm going to mask it out completely and let it dry completely. It must be completely dry. I'm then going to use masking tape to mask out the borders. This just makes a really nice finish and gives you a nice white crisp border. And I always tend to do this when I do a proper painting as opposed to just a sketch. And I use a low tack masking tape. And now I'm just applying the wash. Normally, I don't know why I didn't do it this time, but normally I would apply water first and then do the wash into the water, so a wet on wet wash. But for some reason I didn't do that this time. The colours have to be reasonably dark in order for the salt to show up. It doesn't work so well with a light wash, but I think in this case I probably made the wash a little bit too dark. I'm then coming in and blending the wash just a little. And I'm going to then add some pink just to give it a little bit of interest and make it so it's not all just one colour. The great thing about masking fluid is that you can paint over the top of it, and when you peel it off it will still reveal the white of the paper. That's why we use it. It's a fantastic medium for preserving the whites and highlights in your paintings. When you sprinkle the salt, the wash must still be wet, or else it won't work. And it also won't work if the paint is too thick, so it must be a watery wet wash in order to work. The salt crystals absorb the water, and that's why it has to be wet. And it's also why we need to use sea salt, because the crystals are much bigger. If you use table salt, it doesn't work as well. It gives you quite a different effect. Now, I left it for about 3 hours to dry. It must be completely dry, so you could leave it overnight. So this painting has a lot of waiting steps. But when it's completely dry, then you have to rub off the salt. And now I'm taking off the masking tape, which leaves a nice crisp border. Next, I have to remove the masking fluid, and for this I'm using a special sort of eraser called Mask Away, which you can get from the Society for All Artists. I'll leave a link below. And you must be very gentle with this and always rub towards the white, towards the centre, just so that you don't tear the paper. And the other thing, you can use your finger and you can use an eraser, but this Mask Away special eraser is really good. This is just comparing how the salt has come out on the two, and I think it was better with my class demonstration piece than it was with the one I'm videoing here. And again, this is my source. This is what I'm going to be painting the little jar. What I should have done, and I forgot, was to then mask out the highlights on the jar, because I went in with a white gel pen afterwards, but you can't ever get as bright a highlight as you can by leaving the paper white. So I made a mistake there. And White paint in watercolours is just never ever as good as the white paper. So when you want white in a watercolour, it's the white of the paper. So here's the finished picture. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye!